Good morning and welcome to the Orange Coast Unitarian Universalist Church. My name is Anna McCartney and I'm delighted to be your worship associate today. I'm joined by our intern minister, Kellie Kinsman. Also here are Steve Morihito and Susan Shaw, our co-music directors, along with Danielle Lewis, our director of religious education for children and youth. We all welcome you this morning. I want to extend a special welcome to visitors. If you're seeking a spiritual home, we hope that you will find it here. If in addition you are seeking the bathroom this morning, you need to go out the back door, over to the left. It's in the next building over. We have a lot of seekers in this world. So we're a community of many different identities and beliefs. We are bound together not by dogma, creeds, fears, or beliefs, but rather by a covenant to create a welcoming, inclusive, and loving community. We need not think alike to love alike. In the spirit of building this community, let's recognize the many volunteers who have helped put this service together today. There they are, and thank you all so much, and the many more in the background as well. So Roomers, we invite you to silence your cell phones, and Zoomers, morning Zoomers, we invite you to say hello in the chat. As we worship today, let us acknowledge that our church property rests on the sacred ancestral homelands of the Hashimen and Tongva peoples. They seek justice and responsible stewardship for this land. Our sermon this morning is entitled, Please Remind Me Who I Am. How the heck did I get here? Our intern minister, Kellie Kinsman, will lead us in exploring our journey to becoming UUs. We begin our worship with the lighting of our chalice, and this morning I'd like to invite Glenn Highland to come forward to help us. Yay. So while Glenn is lighting, let's say together our unison affirmation. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. To dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another. This we affirm together. And while Glenn's up here, let me tell you a little bit about him that you may know. He's been around for 3 years. He's been a lifelong UU, but he's been in our church for 3 years now. And he lives in Corona Del Mar. And a fun fact about him is he attended Camp de Benneville camp back in the 1960s. He was at the camp, so he's been a UU for a long time. Thank you so much, Glenn, for helping us out this morning. Please rise in body or spirit to join us in our opening song.
Good morning. The song is short, so let's sing it twice. And the choir will help us in the second verse. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, whoever you are. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come.
Come, yet again come.
Good morning. I have a poem by Kate Steinberg that I'd like to share this morning called We Lay Down Our Burdens. Beloved companions, we arrive in this place where all we have to do is breathe. We don't have to impress or convince or win over. We don't have to know the words. It's okay that we didn't read the book or pass that class or carry that title or meet that mark. We don't have to be anything but who we are. Here we rest in essence together. And to move into this communal rest, we lay down our burdens, our longing, our craving, our unmet need, our error, our regret, our sudden disappointment, our anxiety, our shame, our sheer exhaustion, our bewilderment, our bafflement, our burgeoning terror. All of this we lay down together today. As we do this, may we be filled instead with presence. May we feel held in the comfort of community. May we discover new compassion for ourselves and others. May we meet this moment with gentleness, ease, and gratitude. Gratitude for this air we breathe together, for these questions we ask together, for the justice we seek together, for the songs we sing together.
Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide. No one stands alone, we'll stand side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide, draw it wider still. Let this be our song. No one stands alone, standing side by side. Draw the circle wide. Draw the circle wide.
For today, we have a little video for our Time for All Ages, so I hope you enjoy.
Mr. Tiger Goes Wild by Peter Brown. Everyone was perfectly fine with the way things were. Everyone but Mr. Tiger. Mr. Tiger was bored with always being so proper. Good day, Mr. Tiger. Good day, Mr. Deer. Lovely weather we are having, I suppose. Indeed. Now, children, please do not act like wild animals. He wanted to loosen up. He wanted to have fun. He wanted to be wild. And then, one day, Mr. Tiger had a very wild idea. He felt better already. Mr. Tiger became wilder and wilder each day. His friends did not know what to think. Peculiar. Wow. Unacceptable. And then Mr. Tiger went a little too far. His friends had lost their patience. Mr. Tiger, if you must act wild, kindly do so in the wilderness. What a magnificent idea! So Mr. Tiger ran away into the wilderness, where he went completely wild. But Mr. Tiger was lonely. He missed his friends. He missed the city. He missed his home. So Mr. Tiger decided to return. And he found that things were beginning to change. Now, Mr. Tiger felt free to be himself. And so did everyone else.
Thank you. I invite you all to help us sing our children out.
As we ponder that thought about we needing to define ourselves, or otherwise we're defined by the world, let's close our eyes if we wish. Relax your shoulders, feet flat on the floor. Close your eyes if you choose to. Take in a deep breath and let it out. Take in another deep breath and let it out. Who am I? Let's ponder that thought for the next minute.
When you're ready, please join Phyllis in singing our journeying song.
Gather the Spirit, gather the power, our separate will kindle one flame. Witness the mystery of this hour, above this height appeared all the same. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather on hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again. Gather the spirit of heart and mind, seeds for the soul we are laid in store, nurtured in love and conscience in mind, with loving and spirit evermore. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather in celebrate once again. Gather the Spirit growing in all, drawn on the moon and fed by the sun, winter to spring and summer to fall, these elements of life resounding as one. Gather in peace, gather in thanks, gather in sympathy now and then. Gather in hope, compassion and strength, gather to celebrate once again.
Please remind me who I am, or how the heck did I get here? That's the real question. Who am I? That's a question I ask myself every day. How did I get here? In church, speaking from a pulpit, a minister in training? It comes as a total surprise, especially to my friends and family who have witnessed my journey over the years. One of them is here today. They're shaking their heads in amused wonder, and my sister is just now coming around to accepting me as a religious person. Have you ever wondered where you'd end up in life, or how you got where you are? Life will take you to the strangest places. I grew up with little exposure to church or religion. My dad's family was Catholic, and my mother appeared to be non-religious. She left me and my sisters to figure out the God issue on our own, with no real guidance. It felt like a huge responsibility for a child, and I had so many questions. So began what I can call my responsible search for truth and meaning. It started with my grandmother, who loved taking me and my sisters to church, dressed in our best, our shiny shoes and stiff skirts, little doilies on our heads. I can guess that she wanted us to have at least a chance at salvation. And it's just as likely that we three had spent the weekend with her, and church was just part of the deal. And not that I had any say in it. I was 8 years old. Mass was said in Latin. The leaders were colorfully dressed. It was so serious, and the ritual was mesmerizing. So my first impression of church and religion left me curious, wondering what I was missing. I sensed a lot of rules and supposed tos, and maybe a little fear. When I was 10, I would visit the various denominations of Christian churches my friends attended. And it always surprised me that they had different interpretations of the rules because I thought they read from the same book. It was fun at first, something new and different for me. I sensed that they knew something that I couldn't grasp, and I was still relentless with questions. But the answers quickly became less and less satisfying. One day in Sunday school, we were told how to get to heaven and the consequences of hell. I asked what became of the dying babies starving in an impoverished African country. I had seen these stories on the nightly news. It was an incredulous moment hearing that these starving babies went to hell because they had never heard the word or the name Jesus. God sent children to hell. I knew I was in the wrong place. I wanted nothing to do with that God. I left church confused and bitter, and that the God they worshiped, the supposedly ever-powerful God, was so unreasonable, demanding, and impossible to please. And he was cruel. And still I was curious. I was searching for an answer to the big who, what, and why. Who am I? Who are we? What matters in this span of time we call a life? Why does it matter? And why should I care? At 12, I wanted some definitive answers to the big questions, the questions of life and purpose and meaning. I wanted the big truth. By 18, however, instead of finding answers, I had developed a deep distrust of religion, an adamant aversion to anything suggesting God. After all, I was the budding queer girl at a time when being gay or lesbian was not yet acceptable. So on the rare occasion that I did step inside a church, I was horrified, as it was usually entering a space where my existence was called abomination, and where I was only welcome if I became something other than myself. I became anti-church, anti-religion, and anti-God. I defined this God as a weakness, as a crutch for people who were unable to face reality. My philosophy became, I'll figure it out. The it, in this case, is about God and my own survival. I mean, what if it's all true? So I set off to figure it out on my own. When I was 19 and traveling in the Pacific Northwest, I joined a Baha'i community. I was in awe, daring to imagine that prophets and saviors might still walk the earth among us. Their prayers and readings felt like love. But I was just a guest held in a temporary and special moment. Returning home to Southern California, I joined a Baha'i community, a local community. It seemed more social than religious, more performative than spiritual. Perhaps when a faith becomes a container with rituals and rules, I began to feel confined, limited, stuck in the moment, boxed in. Again, that wasn't my place. I moved east, living in New York for over 20 years, where my curiosity turned to Buddhism. The options there were unlimited, and I sat, listening to several teachers and traditions. Still, I felt contained, instructed, as if there were a right way, a correct path. And oh yeah, in meditation, please don't tell me how to sit. The best place for me was with the American teachers of mindfulness meditation and the simple suggestions for claiming my existence and calming myself. There was a right mix of practical and imagination, as each teacher shared their life stories, what they had learned. I still practice mindfulness, and I still have an aversion to being told how to sit. Some things will never change. My search continues. It took a long time to recognize atheism as a valid option. It took years before I could say out loud, I am an atheist, without feeling the need to justify myself to anyone. Today it's easy, and more I find myself in rooms full of like-minded people. So the weird thing is that I distanced myself from this horrible God I had encountered. I came closer to having spiritual experiences, moments of peace, of knowing, of sensing interdependence, feeling connected to all that is. That was confusing because I had grown to equate spirit with God, and having firmly rejected God, how do I allow spirit? I struggled, of course, questioning myself and my convictions, and finally accepting that being the best person I can be is the answer. As an atheist, I do imagine that part of my human existence is called spirit. I imagine that at my core is spirit, spirit which sounds like trusting and inner knowing, and feels like remembering who I am, and often reveals itself in change. My definition continues to grow. I allow myself the freedom to explore and engage with what moves me without naming it, without building a box around it. You might have guessed, I don't do boxes well. I don't like thinking in limitation. Those lines and edges drawn around me kill wonder and stifle curiosity and shut down possibility. No boxes, please. So how did I get here? Here. I walked into UU Space in 2020 during the pandemic, accidentally, with no intention of staying or being involved. As usual, I kept asking questions. I was listening closely. I heard echoes of my own values spoken in that space. And I heard the needs of and desire for community and wanted to belong. I found a place where I was invited into the circle of community exactly as I am, where I was encouraged to ask questions and expected to challenge. So I stayed. I more than stayed. I jumped in with my whole self, finding a place to grow and thrive, a space that makes sense to me, where there exists for me a calling. I don't know how to name this call to ministry. Is it a voice, a sound pulling me in a direction, a connection, a feeling to pursue, a purpose to engage with? In this moment, I call it a wide and clear path surrounded by love, fueled by compassion, and leading to justice. It's a constant practice guided by curiosity, which allows me to see and hear you as you are, and possibility, which allows me to meet change with excitement. I'm in. How have all of these experiences changed me, and what have I learned? I learned what I come to value in this life. I value community. I value all of us supporting each other together, caring for each other, sharing values, and working for what is good in the world together. I value purpose. I believe my purpose is to live into my values at all times, to practice generosity of spirit and grace, to expand, to remain curious, and to continue to search for the next answer and the next. And I value change. Change lives in every moment and opens my heart to possibilities I might not imagine on my own. And if I get complacent, change sticks its big old foot into my path, altering my view, causing pain and giving me choices. I love these words by Octavia Butler. You may have heard them. She writes, "All that you touch, you change. All that you change, changes you. The only lasting truth is change. God is change. I strive to live into that only lasting truth, change." That's not her. So here I am in a place that I never imagined I wanted to be and never imagined possible, in seminary, studying, developing my ministry. My family and friends are still shaking their heads in wonder. But I'm strong, and the truth is, who are you has become a helpful and defining question that I ask myself every day. Before I share that answer here today, you may have noticed me hit some emotional spots. It happens. When I encounter those deepest truths or that deep source of love, sometimes tears are the only full expression available. Sometimes tears are the only full expression available. So here's the hard part. This is surprisingly hard. I ask myself, who are you? I feel like I'm revealing a truth to you. And not that it's any surprise. My name is Kellie Kinsman. I use she, her pronouns. I identify as queer. I'm a daughter, a sister, an aunt, a loyal friend. I'm a caregiver. I'm a seminarian, an aspirant to Unitarian Universalist ministry. My values are a spiritual practice that I engage in every day, my own rules to live by. And I am living my best life. We all need to remind ourselves of our personal journeys, naming our sacred existence, remembering our strengths, and holding fast our values as we walk as beacons in the world. Offering hope, acceptance, transformation, and love. I invite you to take some time today, tomorrow, next week, to revisit the roads you've traveled, to honor the places you've been and the place you occupy in this moment, and to lean into the courage required as you walk this path of change. I encourage you to share your stories. Speak them out loud to yourselves and to each other. Honor them. Ask yourself, who am I? How did I get here? Name your values and the many ways you live into them. Embrace your sacred being, and may you thrive. Ashe, amen, and may it be so.
Please rise and body your spirit and join us in singing our returning song.
We would be one as we may join in singing our hymn of love to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. We would be one in living for each other to show to all a new community. We would be one in building for tomorrow a nobler world than we have known today. We would be one in searching for that meaning and points us on our way. As one we pledge ourselves to greater service. With love and justice, strive to make us free.
Unitarian Universalists are fully self-supporting, which means that members and friends raise all the funds for the operating budget, the maintenance and ministries, and the programs of our church. We are ever grateful for your gifts of time, treasure, and talent. OCUC amplifies that spirit of generosity by sharing one half of the plate we receive with an organization who shares our values. This month we are partnering with a favorite of ours, our next-door neighbor here just a few blocks down, Rhea Elementary. Over the past several years, we have helped with their many enrichment programs, including their science and arts program. This morning, as we remember our journey to becoming UUs and knowing who we are, we know that our path was paved with many efforts to improve the world one person at a time. Let's continue that support for these wonderful local students at Rhea Elementary as they start the new school year. There are multiple ways that you can support the church and this organization. You can mail a check, you can see it up on the screen. You can go through our website, or you can use an app called Vanco Mobile. If you are a roomer, you can simply just use the basket as it's passed. The choice is yours. All the information is on our website, and as always, thank you for your generosity. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Let's sing together. We gather together a song that expresses our gratitude for the gifts that we share.
Thank you. It's time for joys and sorrows when we honor the important events in our lives. You are invited, one and all, whether you're a member, a friend, a guest, a visitor, to participate in our weekly ritual of joys and sorrows. So let's take a deep breath. Perhaps you came here today holding something close to your heart. Moments from the last days, weeks, hours that have struck you at your core. If you'd like to honor such a profound joy or sorrow, you are invited to do so. If you are a roomer, those of us, you are invited to come forward to light a candle. If you would like to share your joy or sorrow, you can write it out on the slip of paper provided by the ushers and hand it to me when you come up. If you are a Zoomer, you are invited to write your joy or sorrow in the chat. Once the roomers are finished lighting candles, I will read all of the joys and sorrows shared out loud as Judith lights a candle for the Zoomers. As music is played, I invite you to silently offer healing or celebration as you feel called and according to your own beliefs. We can come forward now. I have one joy from the Zoomers. Zoomers are proud of you, Kelly. You go, girl. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. In no particular order, though I'm trying. Alejandro writes, change is always hard, even when it's for the better, even when it's for hope. This week, change has weighed heavily on my heart. Thank you, Alejandro. Sarah C. says, protect and make staff and children in my heart. Thank you. Jeffrey says, I really enjoyed joining Jazzy and Jamie in watching the Pride Parade and then going to the festival. That must have been fun. Light Ballard says, my heart is overwhelmed with joy. Dawn and Sandy write, please join us in sending healing love to Gretel as she recovers after 2 weeks at the City of Hope. Deborah Q says, Meg Wilson, who is recovering from shoulder replacement surgery earlier this week, please feel better soon, Meg. She sends hope. Amelia N. says, my cousin Dominic, who is severely ill with cancer, we wish him comfort and peace. From Anna R., sorry. I'd like to share that my brother-in-law died this week after a long struggle with dementia. My sister has been caring for him for several years. He was 93. Lori M. sends a joy. Thank you, Rob and Judy, for hosting the murder mystery play reading. It was so much fun. How do I read these? Vivian writes, a joy. My friend Kelly, whom I knew as a seeker, a follower, an attentive UU friend. Today she is a leader and minister to be, creating community and spreading love. Thank you. And Peggy H. says, with gratitude, Kelly bravely sharing her story and introducing herself to our UU community. I look forward to your ministry in this community in the coming months. Okay, Zoomers, I have 2 more in chat. Sarah Hunter says, you were great. Thank you. Valerie says, I'm deeply saddened by the escalation of anti-trans rhetoric by national leaders, and we all should be aware. Thank you for that.
Let's join together as we extinguish the flame of our chalice and say together, oops, I'm sorry. Oh, we forgot. How can we forget Jude Stamper? Oh my gosh. So anyway, she's going to come and you're going to say a little word, right?
Yes.
Sorry. Now Judith Stamper will share a thought with us.
These are words by Marta I. Valentin, adapted. In gatherings, we are all stirred like the leaves of the fall season rustling around sacred trees, tossed hither and yon until we come to rest together, quietly, softly. We come to gather strength from each other, we come to give strength to each other. For we are happiest and most powerful when love is made apparent in and through us. Let us remember our task of ministering to others with a searching glance, a kind, safe touch, a generous smile, a thoughtful word. In this world, may everyone feel that they are loved and belong. Blessed be.
Thank you, Judith, for that beautiful message and also all you do for our church. Thank you. So now let's extinguish our chalice by saying, we extinguish our chalice. But not So thank you all for joining us this morning. If you are a guest, a visitor, or someone who's has not yet been known to us, I invite you to become a part of this beloved community. If you'd like to know more about our church, we invite you to either stop by the welcome table, which is straight across the way here. So stop by, so we'll give you some more information and get to know you more. And also they'll connect you with a way to communicate with us. So you can contact us as one of these email addresses up on the screen, and we will help you get connected. So Zoomers, you're welcome to stay after and chat. And we also want everyone to feel part of this beloved community. So we will help you get connected. Reach out, and we'll help everyone who needs to, all of us. We are connected already, and if you're new to us, you will feel connected very soon. All right, now it's time for our announcements.
Okay, like I can't read those, so I'm turning around. For announcements, Camp de Benneville is next weekend, and I'm told that registration is still open in a minute. Oh, that's something else. We also have the auction coming up in November. Jolynn is going to tell us something about that in a minute. Drummers and Strummers, Food for the Rhythm for the Soul, Agnostic and Atheist Group, yay. We have a lot going on. There's a new life coaching program that you can sign up with. It's all listed on the website. And Sean's new class, Love at the Center, begins, I think, next week. I'm sorry, I don't have details. There was something else. Jolynn and her auction. Oh, and also starting next week, the choir is going to be rehearsing in the morning in Daniel's Hall, and at 10 o'clock they're going to open to sing, to learn the hymns. Anyone was welcome. You can bring coffee and food, so you can join the choir next week in Daniel's Hall. Good. No. Okay, thank you.
We missed one from the chat. I don't have the we call it the Madonna mic. She has the Madonna mic. No, we're good. We're on now. So we missed one from the chat. Alicia J. said, a great joy watching Kellie realize this small part of her journey. It's auction time. Yeehaw! Yippee-ki-yay! Our theme this year this season is a barbecue, a UU barbecue. UU BBQ. And hoedown. So we're going to have a little bit of line dancing. I'll teach you guys some line dancing, only if you want to. There's no pressure. Costume contest. Come dressed as a horse. I can't wait to see who's the horse's rear. It's going to be awesome. It's a party, so we want everybody to come. Do not feel compelled to spend any money. If you have no money to spend, that's okay. We want you to be there anyway. Tickets to eat, though, are $10, and we'd love to see you out at the auction table to buy those tickets. So we have a head count so we know how much food to buy. It's going to be ethically sourced meat, and some vegan options, vegetarian options, and barbecue themed. We will have some events that are sort of rodeo events. We toyed with the idea of getting a bull. But we might not do that. In keeping with that, it turns out that pretty much every 6 months, the Orange Community Master Chorale and the Master Chorale of Saddleback Valley have a concert that always ends up being right before auction, so we can't get it into the catalog. And they don't let the poor people in the choir know what those dates are going to be until like a month before. So they don't have the knowledge to get it into the catalog the season before. So what we always do as a little teaser to let our newcomers know how auction works is that we auction off some tickets to that event, just so that you'll get a feel for it. So how auction works is there's an item that you all have donated from your wealth of experience and things that you have. Hopefully some of you have some vacation homes, because we need some of those. And then we put together a catalog. We have an auction committee. We put together a catalog. We hand it out the week before. It's online. And then we have a wonderful party, and we have a live auction where we bid it up and spend money, essentially so that we can hang out with our friends. Now, could we hang out with our friends anyway? Yes, but we wouldn't know each other generally if it weren't for this lovely space that brings us all together. So in order to give back, we hang out with each other and pay. Yes? So the idea is to raise funds for the church. It is part of our budget. So we need to make money. So please, please, please start inputting your items now. The online portion is open. Ask us at the table if you have any questions. For right now, though, we have Filling the World with Song, and it's being held at the Trinity Lutheran Church all right, we have two. Oh, we have two over here. Okay, so we have 6. Oh, we have okay, we have 4. We have 4 at 15. Sold for 15. Yes. And our lovely assistant Bob will find out who those people were and let them know that they owe the church money. And come to me at the table to get your tickets. Thank you very much for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you, Jolyn. That was fun. Last words for me today. I just want to repeat, this is important to me. Octavia Butler's words. If we remember that all that you touch, you change. And all that you change, changes you. And the only lasting truth is change. Thank you again for more great music. I want to thank the tech team because you're amazing too. All the volunteers here, I just want to say again, thank you. Thank you, Donna. So this service is over. Let our service continue. We have coffee outside. Zoomers, please stay online and chat all you want. I miss you. Thank you.